All right, so we talked about Caldrea last week. Big fans over here. It's a consciously crafted home and body care brand that combines thoughtful ingredients with super, super delectable scents. And it really just makes caring for ourselves and our home a really beautiful experience.
Yeah, their line of hand care products includes both hand soaps and moisturizing lotions that are incredibly effective, thoughtfully formulated, and smell divine. These products use a combination of essential oils from flowers and herbs and other thoughtfully chosen ingredients. So with these, you can clean effectively while allowing you to enjoy the luxurious fragrances. And let me tell you, the lavender cedar leaf is my go-to for washing my hands.
It's very calming.
It's turned what is a chore into a little luxury.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes me back to when I was a kid and camping out in the forest and the mountains, etc.
Very fresh.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nostalgic in a way.
I love that. All right. Well, you guys can get free shipping on orders of $50 or more when you buy online at caldrea.com. That's CALDREA.com. Just visit caldrea.com and add wonder to your watching.
This is Adulting Like a Mother Father. Thanks for tuning in to learn more. We applaud ya. Now sit back, relax. So baby, keep it pushing while we have a couple laughs and maybe get a little mushy. But don't forget to take a deep breath. Adulting can be hard sometimes. Just take the next step. Pick the right foot up and put in front of the left. You do this over and over and you'll be ahead of the rest. And let me introduce you to the star of the show, Daniella Monet. I bet you probably heard her say,
Chicago, Chicago.
Well, now she's all grown up and got a little baby boy. His name is Gilles. Dang, what a bundle of joy. We're a tribe of three, but we're building a community, so come along. It's time for some adulting.
Welcome back, adulters. This is Adulting Like a Mother Father. I'm Daniella Monet, the mother.
And I'm Andrew Gardner, the father.
And we're both
adults.
And if you're an adult or just trying to be one, this is the show for you. Oh, welcome back, everyone. Deep breath. Let's start off with an adulting win and fail.
Yeah, I think I can jump right in.
Cool. Let's hear it.
Adulting win. You know, we've kind of been stuck in the house still, kind of. And it's just time to clean. Man. It's time to clean. So I started doing like a different space every day. I don't know if I've stuck to that.
I think I was going to say, I think you've started.
But I did spend one day, I knocked out a couple spaces. I mean, I deep clean.
Yeah.
I even got I was vacuuming and I took the little thing off, the little,
the sucker,
handheld,
the little small
the
sucker
hose thing, and like did the baseboards and all that. And it's like,
I didn't know you did the baseboards.
Yeah. Believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fail is, I'm sure everybody shares a similar fail. There's just a lot that we got to change in the world.
Yeah.
And obviously you guys know what I'm talking about, so I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. My adulting win is, it's a two-parter. I've had a lot of time to do some self-reflecting, and I think we all have, and that feels empowering, and it feels like I just keep putting myself in check, which is a good thing. I think we all need to be thinking deeper about, where we're at in our heads and our hearts. And then the other part of that, which has nothing to do with it actually, is that we've been working on a tiny hour of sleep training for Gio in the morning because he started waking up earlier than any of us would like, including him. And so Andrew and I decided for 3 days we were going to let him figure out that last hour. And it only took like really a day. And the last 2 mornings, he's slept until like 6:30, which is right where we want him.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And sometimes it feels so overwhelming to go down that idea of sleep training because you know that it involves some crying and it just sucks. But the reality is that him getting that extra hour is so helpful to all of us. Him, feeling more rested, and then it helps his like little nap schedule throughout the day, and it's all good.
Yeah, because let me tell you this: if there's any new parents listening, or parents that have been doing it for a little while, and you got little ones that still wake up early, when you're woken up too early and they're woken up too early, you're like behind the gun all day long.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you can't start the day off the way that you want to, and it makes for usually a worse day.
Yeah.
So it's nice when it's like he's kind of following structure, and we know when it's coming, and like we can prepare for that.
Yeah, adulting fail.
Oh yeah.
I honestly haven't thought too much about it just because I think there's been so much heaviness throughout the week. I think one thing that comes to mind is, we talked about doing the RV right? And driving up to my dad's house, or
which we're still going to do it.
Okay. My fail right now is like getting over, like I've said this before, but being able to like get over being uncomfortable, because I think the idea sometimes, although it sounds like so much fun and quite the adventure, I'm also overwhelmed by the idea of like uncertainty and not knowing, because we've worked so hard to get Gio on a good sleep pattern. Like that has taken, it's taken so much time for him to get to this place, you know?
Yeah, and unfortunately, like he doesn't have a good track record when we get off the schedule.
Correct.
Like,
he's not
we
a kid.
Brought him home late one night. Like it ruined like the next 3 days of sleep. So I can see how it's tough
so
for you to
scared.
wrap your mind around it. But we gotta live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we have a podcast. We gotta have stuff to talk about. We gotta have adventures and experiences.
Maybe we do a poll. And
There's no poll.
asked other families that if they were in this boat, or maybe they have a kid around the same age as Gio or older or whatever, would they get in an RV and drive potentially 13 hours or more, probably more, to go visit his grandpa and then, whatever.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm just being ignorant, but maybe you're supposed to wait longer before you do stuff like that. But I just feel like I've traveled enough. I've seen people flying with tiny babies.
Yeah.
In the car with tiny babies. One of my best friends, they had to come down to LA because their 4-week-old needed an operation, and they were coming from Fresno. It's like 3.5 hours. And he's like, dude, we get in the car for more than 10 minutes. He just sleeps the whole time.
But that's a 4-week-old.
Sure. But I don't remember Gio ever doing that.
I don't remember it that well either, because I don't think he was born a great sleeper. I think we didn't teach him early on that he's just allowed to like sleep and kind of like carve out that time for him. We were just a lot more like go with the flow, but or maybe I don't know what. I guess go with the flow.
Yeah, I think it's just part of his personality.
It's part of his personality, yeah. But now he has so much more awake time, right? And so his naps have to be naps. And like, I don't know what it would feel like to be in a car on just, I don't know. Like,
okay, well, I want to throw this out there. If there's people that camp or have RV'd in the past and have experience doing it, this is where like I'm completely lost.
Okay.
And I've done some Google researching. I want to know what the right way to do it with a kid this size. Like he's got to be in a car seat from what I read. That's got to be strapped in somewhere. What I read was it's best to be in the front passenger seat, which sounds kind of crazy. But like surely you can get him out and like you guys can be hanging out. Like I would imagine that's against the law in some states, but like people got to do it, right? How do you spend so much time in the car?
Yeah, no, I get that. But my thing is I don't even know that a kid can be in a car seat for that long. So it's not good for their body and their posture.
Not. Yeah.
I don't know. We have to do more research. I love the idea of getting out of here and going for an adventure. I think it'd be really fun, especially for him, because he's like all about learning and exploring.
More than really fun. We haven't been to the Grand Canyon. So we're going to go way off route here. We're going to go to the Grand Canyon and then head up to Utah, hit like Zion or Bryce, and then all the way up to Boise-ish, up to Idaho.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, go a different route and then stop at Yosemite. So if you like it the outdoors, this is the trip for you.
I like it. Okay, I gotta get there in my head.
We'll get there.
Actually, if there are other parents out there, on our adulting page, we should just drop a place where you can add tips for us if this is really going to happen, because I'm going to need some experts to give me some tips.
Yep. Yeah, I'd appreciate that too.
So wait, we have a really exciting guest today.
Yeah, and I want to say this before we get to it, because I want to keep this intro bit really short because people have been asking for this guest, and we're delivering. But just I'm not going to say this the right way. I'm never going to say anything perfectly. It's just still we're in a very weird time. There's a lot of change happening right now, and rightfully so. And every time we sit down for this, it doesn't feel 100% right now to sit and talk about things that are outside of what's going on. But at the same time, like I said last week, this is a platform where we want to address that, but at the same time, we want it to be a place of value and a place, of entertainment where you can sit and enjoy and escape for a little while. Which I think is totally fine and totally healthy. So
Can I throw out a handle for
Yeah.
people to follow? Because I've said it before. I don't know when this was, episodes ago, but I am just living for I am Tabitha Brown on Instagram. And I actually told Andrew, I don't know when it was, I was like, you got to follow Tab. She's just got so much good energy and she has such a good perspective on life. And like, honestly, if you just need a dose of happiness, you just go and click on her profile.
I mean, let me give you an example. I just hit the follow yesterday.
Yeah.
And the very first video I saw, it was her talking to the camera. They just had their car broken into at their house. She said that like people sent all sorts of stuff every single week. They went and picked it all up. Like the car was full of boxes and packages from people. Mm-hmm. And someone broke into it overnight and they stole everything. So it wasn't even her stuff. It was the stuff that everybody sent. And in the face of that, she's still saying like, yeah, you can take our material things, whatever. And like, you can't take my joy and you can't take my life.
I love her.
We're just like, okay, well, if that's just like a little teaser right there,
yeah,
I'm tuning in.
Yeah, dude, she's awesome.
So fast forward to this point, we have an incredible guest that you probably all know.
Let me help intro her.
A lot of people have been asking for her.
Yeah, I'll intro her. So she is the star of the hit series.
What is this voice?
Dynasty. She has done a number on your television screen. She is talent. And I'm so bad at
she's
introing.
Talent.
She is the definition of talent. No, and she's my good friend Liz Gillies. She was another co-star of mine on Victorious. She played Jade. She's so beloved in so many ways, and honestly, just a really cool gal. And she might just make you laugh a little. So, was that good?
That was great.
Okay,
it's great. Yeah, she's so cool. She's unique in the best way.
Yeah.
Like I've never met anybody like her. I cannot keep up. She's super sharp, super witty, super funny. She's in a different league than I am. So you'll see I kind of back out in this one. But yeah.
Wait, before we jump in, we should talk about the behind the scenes of trying to get a chat in with Liz.
Oh my God. So it's actually the second session that we had with her. We tried to do one earlier in the same day, right? Earlier in the day.
Yes.
And, we tried to time it with Gio's nap, but it's nearly impossible, or it was at that.
It was because he was waking up an hour earlier.
And so we did it. It went horribly wrong. I had to get up like 8 or 10 times with him because he wanted to scream at her. It wasn't working. I would walk him out and walk him back into the back of the house and come back out. As soon as we got to the hallway where he could see Daniella recording with Liz, it was on and popping. And he was screaming his head off.
So I was like on and off of the mute button on Zoom. Like, I don't know if you guys have been in a Zoom meeting where you're like muting in between like you talking, and it's miserable because you forget if you're muted or not muted. Long story short, we had to scratch the entire hour conversation with Liz, and I was just like sweating like, oh, Liz, we have to just do this again another time.
Oh, dude.
So we got back on the Zoom, okay, just to give you a little behind the scenes action, okay? Get back on the Zoom after Gio goes down for the night around like 7-ish is when we chatted. Meanwhile, it's 3 hours later for her because she's on the East Coast, or in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was a great conversation, except for the fact that I didn't hit record on the Zoom. So then we had to try again. And I think it honestly took almost 4 times for me to get this right, because we didn't have our podcast producer. We didn't have Alan helping us, because I said, Alan, don't worry, it's going to be later tonight.
Where you at, man?
No, it was like late. And I said, don't worry.
Alan, where you at, man?
Stop. Can't expect that of Alan.
No, of course not.
But anyways, we got her in, and it was a fun combo, and I'd love to have you back, Liz.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
Okay.
More Adulting Like a Mother Father when we come back.
All right, adulters, we are big fans of smoothies over here. Gio loves them too, which is a lot of fun. If you guys love smoothies, we have something that you have to add to your smoothie to up your game. It's called a blender bomb, and it's a nutrient-dense bomb made up of real ingredients that turn your smoothie into a complete protein packed with chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, walnuts, pecans, almonds, and dates. There is some raw honey, so for all my vegans out there, just note that. But so easy to use. You literally just toss it in with the rest of your smoothie ingredients, blend blend it up and you're ready to go. It's already all made for you. And what's nice about it is that we're really just trying to move away from using protein powders and synthetic smoothie additives and start to really just use real foods that help stabilize your blood sugar. And Blender Bombs work by adding the perfect ratio of protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep you full for hours. And most people don't consume enough omega-3s in their diet, and these are full of them. So give them a try.
Yeah, that's right. You can order them online at blenderbombs.com and receive 20% off your first order using the code ADULTING at checkout. That's blenderbombs.com, and you can get 20% off your first order by using the code ADULTING at checkout. And now back to Adulting Like a Mother Father.
Can I just ask you, is that your first or your second?
Second.
Oh, fantastic.
And what is it? Did I miss that part?
No.
This is a super adulting like a mother-father moment. I made this last night and I put it in the fridge and I'm drinking it today with an ice cube in it.
Is it
Love it. What is it?
sangria? What is it?
We don't know.
It's a Cosmo, but it's fine.
Oh, I love that.
It's perfectly fine. It's.
Yeah.
I know the one time you make my drink, I'm not drinking my drink. It's what a joke.
That's okay. Here we are.
Because I was wearing pink, so I thought even though I had green behind me, it would have looked as good.
Right. No, it's
I
perfect.
should have made the drink on camera. Damn it.
Damn it. Ugh.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Here we go. Ready? This is Adulting Like a Mother Father. We have Liz Gillies on the show. We have a beverage in hand. Things are good. This is only our fourth attempt at doing this. We won't get into the details, but needless to say, I'm very Zoom illiterate. Okay? And now we're recording.
Great.
Okay, thank you very much, Liz.
You guys are my Brad and Angelina. Not now. Not Brad and Angelina now, but in their hate in
Like circa 2002, 2003.
circa when it was the best time for them.
Oh my gosh, Liz, you don't deserve that. Let me tell you, you really don't deserve that.
You're amazing.
Oh, wow. Okay, moving on. So Andrew here has put together a fun series of 30 and 30 questions.
Okay.
What that means is that is 30 questions, and we try to do it in 30 minutes.
Okay.
And if you have any cute little stories to go along with it, feel free to share. But for the most part, these are just like boom, 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 boom kind of questions.
And let me put it this way, Liz. It's 30 questions in 30 minutes, but we've never actually asked 30 questions, and we've never done it in 30 minutes. So we're going to give it a...
No, I want to do it. I want to be the one who does it. I'll be long-winded, but I'm going to keep it tight.
Okay, I'm going to look at the clock. Okay, are you ready for this?
Liz Gillies,
Yeah.
are you ready for Adulting Like a Mother Father's 30 and 30?
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go. Question number 1. California or Georgia?
Right now?
Right now.
Georgia.
Question number 2, cook at home or order in?
Cook at home. Especially right now. I didn't know how much I could cook for myself. I feel better when I eat things that I cook. I think we should still support our local restaurants if they're suffering, although everything in Georgia is open, which is super scary. But I think for the majority, you should cook at home.
I think you've always been a good cook, so...
Not like you.
Oh gosh, Liz.
Not like you. And not like Andrew. Andrew, you cook for me. You're amazing.
He had to learn very quick because when I was flat on my back post C-section...
Work.
But it was like on another level. By the way, can I share one quick thing? Sorry, this is so bad. Andrew's been
This is how we don't eat.
Andrew's been vegan for almost 9 months.
Andrew, that's major.
Major.
That is major. That's why you guys are just kind of the tops when it comes to couples. That's called supporting each other. That's called getting into each other's worlds and diets. I'm a big fan. That's pretty cool.
It's called like method acting, right? It's like full
Right. Okay, that's a little dark if you really take that into the you think about a marriage, but that's totally fine. I'm with you and work.
Okay, back to the questions, Liz.
Yeah.
What is one food that you can't say no to?
Yeah.
Health aside, calories aside.
Anything dessert. I tend to make a lot of crumbles too, like apple crumbles. Today I made a nectarine blueberry crumble. I ate the whole thing. It's just what happens. And so anything dessert, anything sweet, especially if I can eat it with because even in this fantasy world, I'm going to pretend I still can't have dairy. If I can eat it, that's a huge deal. So it will disappear if it's in front of me, and I certainly can't say no to it. I can't resist a dessert, most of all, if it's dairy free. And I hate coconut. Can you believe I can't have coconut? So that makes it hard.
It has been hard. That has been
Sucks. It
a
sucks.
wrinkle in the dairy-free world.
Big time.
Okay. What show are you binging right at this moment?
I've done a lot. Dead to Me. I love Dead to Me so much. I love it. I did it once by myself, and then I got so excited. I did it again with my family in the same week.
Wow.
So Dead to Me, amongst others. I did Hollywood, was super cute. Was that what it's called?
I want to watch that. That's
really cute.
Okay.
Cute one.
It's a dead movie.
I also watched the one, oh my God, what was it called? I found it, Marrying Millions or something. It's with these older.
Yes.
I did it in 3 days. It was I didn't even know from the depths of Hulu. I found this show and I was like, wow.
Did it suggest it to you? Because it suggested it to me.
And sure did. It was like, you loved America's Next Top Model. You also love Marrying Millions.
Who knows?
Like, I don't get it, but great.
Okay, side question. This is not an official question. Are you watching Selling Sunset?
Okay, I can't believe. Wait, this is so creepy. Did I text you guys or no?
No, but I did see on your story when you were. This is so.
Really, you have an amazing ear. Can I tell you I have an amazing ear? Because I thought in the story that I deleted, by the way, I took it down. I was like, I wonder if people can tell I'm watching Selling Sunset.
Liz,
I was talking to you a couple hours ago, and I was tired for some reason. I don't know why, because of quarantine. I laid in bed, and I said, you know what? Let's just try this show. It's about real estate, and maybe I'll like it. I like pretty people. Like, let's just give it a shot. And I'm on episode 7 of season 2.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
But I didn't watch season 1.
So a little while ago, you posted on your story that Dynasty was out on Netflix, but I wasn't listening. You just watch a story and you hear the. So all I saw on Netflix was Selling Sunset was right next to it.
Oh my God.
So I commented right away, like, have you started season 2? And then I realized that you zoomed in on Dynasty. And
I feel bad that I didn't even respond to you.
No, Liz. I unsent that. I felt awful.
You can unsend things?
It was on DMs. I just unsent.
Wait. You can unsend DMs?
Yes, my friend. Of course you can. Anyways, I'm glad to know that you are.
Would have loved to have done that a couple times this week for different reasons.
Go.
Okay, the official questions here. Number 5, what is your biggest fear?
I have so many. I don't know. Anything I can't control. The ocean, elevators, roller coasters, plane rides, boat rides, other people I can't control.
What about walking on the sidewalk?
Don't care at all. Weird. And don't care about being in any Uber that drives any type of way. I think because we know I'm a bit scrappy when it comes to getting around because I don't drive. I'm better now that I have a driver, so I'm actually better now. But yeah, I've upgraded. I've treated myself to that safety upgrade in my life because I got into an Uber car accident last year. And I was like, we have to move on.
You got into a car accident?
It's bad, yeah. I've been in so many car accidents. That's the other thing.
But the reason that you do not drive is really because of the car accidents.
Yeah, I did get back on the horse.
And then you got in a car accident.
Yeah, I got in a car accident with the Uber. And then the best thing is the last thing I said was, you should just take a left right here. He took a left into a car. I don't know if, and the whole thing with me is I can't make left turns. So I actually somehow, I don't listen. It wasn't. I'm just saying, I don't know. Front seat, back seat, we shouldn't let me around. And the gag of it all is that I'm a great driver when there's no cars around. But something happens to me, like I don't like, maybe because I can't control the other cars. I think it goes back to that.
It's true.
So I guess I'm afraid of driving. Okay. It's major.
You need to be more of a defensive driver.
Yeah, I'm very defensive in reality. I guess I should just apply it to driving. Okay, next question.
100%.
Go ahead.
We've got to get in the lightning round here.
Okay, go.
Number 6. What's something almost no one would know about you?
There's a lot. I'm a very private person. I like getting my hands dirty and doing housework. I really love cleaning, like dirt under my nails cleaning. It sounds disgusting, but the only reason I bring that up is today I was literally moving stones on a path and I got my hands incredibly dirty and I was covered in dirt. And I was like, I bet people don't think that I probably do a lot of work myself or clean my kitchen like I Swiffer the wet mop around my kitchen, like I clean my bathrooms. I'm crazy. I like clean.
I know something that I don't think anyone would know about you.
Careful.
I'm going to be careful. No, just because it's on that same note. You do your own nails.
Yeah, I do my own nails. I do my own toes. And yes, I actually dyed my own hair during this quarantine as well, with direction from my colorist. I definitely, though, always, I don't get manicure pedicures ever.
I remember because I would always ask you.
And they think it's, I know this because of you. I used to love getting my nails done with you, but I always say when I'm there, like, I don't know what to do because I don't
hated
it. I hate
you
it.
were so out of control. And I would always
I did it again. I'm not in control.
I would say, oh, let's get our nails done. And then you would even offer to get your nails done with me.
Oh, yeah. Because I know I could, like, because it felt like a normal thing. Because what do normal girlfriends do? Like, how sweet is that? That, or like, let's drive to Westlake and pretend we have different lives. And, or let's go to that restaurant that Justin Timberlake's wife owns and pretend we have children and eat there, but we don't have children, even though it's a children's restaurant. Little things we used to do that were weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Gone.
Good times.
So yeah, I do my own. I do my own nails and my.
Also, like, let's fly to Portland just to see what it's like.
Oh no, let's just see what Halloween Town is like from the Disney Channel original '90s movie. Yeah, that's right. Don't regret any of it. Would do it again tomorrow.
Oh, I don't go too far off track. Didn't you guys not even go? Didn't you go to Portland?
No,
we went twice. We didn't. We just didn't get out of the car.
Halloween Town wasn't there.
But you stayed in Portland, right? And you had to drive like an hour to Halloween Town?
Thank God we stayed in Portland, by the way. Not that there was anything wrong with that town, but as far as hotels, I think we would have been hard out of luck.
There would have been nothing there. And no food, of course. I mean,
the joke was that we made all these, we're two celebrities coming to this small town event. We want the PR hookup, we want the VIP. And then we get there and there was not even a line of anybody there. So like, they must have just been like, what? These losers. It was so funny. We were so embarrassed. It really wasn't about them, it was about us. It was just so embarrassing. But really fun. We had a lot of fun.
I mean, the whole trip was so fun. And it was great. Everything was great. Oh, the hotel was beautiful.
Oh, so fun.
Sorry, continue. Go ahead.
We're going to have to speed it up here.
I'll be fast.
You're not.
Liz Gillies, do you have a bucket list?
I have a bucket list, but it's ever changing. And I think that's good because I think that if you have a non-changing bucket list, it means you're not checking things off. And I've checked my little things off. I make little mini bucket lists every year or so.
What's something really interesting that's on it that you could share?
Well, I always wanted to be on, this is really weird, but I was always a fan of Whose Line Is It Anyway? And that was a fluke thing that I didn't think of. I don't know why it would be a thing. Then they started having celebrities on, I guess, when they revived the show. And that was a huge thing for me. It was a big, to be with the original cast and everything. That was amazing for me. SNL is on there.
Oh, yeah.
And Oscar is on there if I get there's no like other word for the S word, S-H-I-T. I don't want to curse on your show. You have a funny word for the other one. We have to think of another word for the S.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Think about it.
You have to work on it. We have our own adulting vocab.
You know, like adulting like a mother father.
Yeah, like kid appropriate.
Yeah, kid appropriate.
Yeah, that's
okay. Whatever. So yeah, once I get my life together, maybe some kind of an award for all my efforts.
Okay.
Not now. I deserve nothing right now.
I know.
That would be nice.
Trust me, it would be amazing. I would be very thankful.
Go ahead.
What is the biggest risk you've ever taken?
I don't know. I find it all pretty risky, especially in this business. I feel like risk. I don't know. I mean, it's a little risky to do it, right? Daniela, you think it's a little bit? It's a big jump.
Crapshoot.
It's a crapshoot, yeah.
If you want any sort of consistency,
right, stability.
Maybe like a little stability.
Yeah.
If you're interested in those things.
Personal life, relationship.
Yeah. So that's a risk. I'd just say this career in general is a pretty big risk.
Okay, fair enough. If you could be known for one thing, what would it be?
My eyeliner, maybe.
And it is so good.
It's funny you say that because we did get a question from our Instagram audience today.
Really?
About your eyeliner.
You're kidding.
Sure.
Look at that.
Great. I'm kidding, but also like I'll take it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to tell people what to know me for.
But why stop at eyeliner when you're so good at eyeshadow? It's insane to me.
See, I don't find myself to be so incredible at eyeshadow.
Are you eyeshadow? I'm a real talent.
Thank you.
I don't mess around with it.
You know what? Oh my God, you know something else people don't know about me? And I'm actually very good at it? I'm incredible at self-tanning myself. You don't even ever notice I'm tan because...
You did it the entire show, right?
Entire show. Well, on Victoria's.
Oh, you didn't?
Victoria's makeup, it was insane. We did it with makeup. It was crazy. But no, I self-tan myself maybe once a week in my bathroom by myself. Because again, I won't have anyone come to my house to self-tan me. And I clean my own house. Anyway, it's insane. Go on.
Those are all good things, though. That is all serving you so well in these times.
100%.
In these times, it's been great because I've known. Okay. Sorry.
If there was a movie about your life, who would you want to play you?
Like, I'll take a movie at this point. So I guess like I would play me, or Eva Green. I adore her. I would love her to play me. Or if Kate Blanchett falls on incredibly hard times and is down to do a made-for-TV movie, which is what I assumed this would be, Kate Blanchett. Yeah.
Perfect. If there was a song about you, who would you want to sing it?
Oh,
like a love song.
A love song. Oh God, I'd love to sing it. Joni Mitchell, probably.
Who's that?
Or a jazz singer, or Julie London or Peggy Lee, but maybe Joni Mitchell. I'd be so honored.
But wouldn't it also be so cool if Michael wrote a love song for you?
I know, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be sweet?
Like now that I think about it.
I know, right? Wouldn't that be special?
It would be so special.
We've written so many songs together, but
and where would he go?
Never a profession of love to me.
Oh, interesting. You know why? He's honestly, he's too cool for it. Like, he has this element of like not going to show all his cards, which I actually think is one of the more attractive qualities. Although I wish Andrew showed more of his cards. So that's a very double standard comment.
I show no cards.
I hate that. Anyways,
you guys don't fight, please.
Sorry. Mommy loves you, Liz. Mommy loves you.
I know. Daddy, mommy, please, daddy, mommy. I think also people tend to write more songs for the other person when they're trying to win them back, or when they've broken their heart. I feel like just a good old-fashioned Elton John, your song is really rare.
Yep.
You're right.
It's more about, you broke my heart, I love you, or like, how could you cheat on me, I love you. Not like, we've been together for 500 years, I just want you to wake up this morning and know you're special. That's a rarity.
Ooh, but wouldn't that be such a refreshing moment?
Yeah, of course. I'll take it.
If anyone hated it, you. No.
With me, I'd be like, were you flat? Or am I like hearing things?
Next question.
Okay.
We're going to speed things up here.
Oh my God, you said that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's time.
But you're not.
Liz Gillies, what are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of? That I'm still kicking after that I'm still here. It's still working. It's sometimes hard to break out of that, that cube and find a purpose for yourself. And I think that we've all done a really excellent job at, paving our own roads for ourselves and kind of and becoming something cool. And I think that our cast is an excellent example of perseverance and talent and uniqueness. So I'm very proud of myself and anyone else who's able to keep it going. That's how I feel.
That's a good point.
Couldn't agree more.
That's a very good point.
Sorry, I used too many words. I'm trying to be fast.
I love it.
It's perfect. What's the toughest thing about being an adult?
I just having to do all the stuff yourself. Just like, like the gutters are weird. Like, that's your problem now. That's on you, or else your house falls apart. That's like weird things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm like nervous to say this, but like, there's like a really scary bug in your house, like murdering it or not, or like sending it to like a stunning 5-star resort or whatever, like you do, which is so sweet. And you do so much for the earth. But for me, if there's a scary demon bug in my house, it's got to go. Like, and I do now eat spiders out of the house because Michael's like that as well. I will carry them out in something.
I love that Michael's like that.
Yeah, he's very much like that. He's like letting it crawl on him. He was an exterminator back in the day for a summer when he was a teenager.
So that is him, like
he loves that trait about himself. He like loves it. He brings it up all the time. So as an exterminator, I'm like, you were exterminated for one summer in like 1976. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's fine. It's all good.
Good.
Go ahead.
Okay. Any Instagram accounts you need more content from?
JT Firstman is really funny. He posts incredibly funny impressions. He's just been a real joy during this dark time. He's really funny. He posted more today. And then I follow a lot of like tiny kitchen, little cooking, little miniatures cooking. And I follow Dirty 2000s, which is all the horrible fashion trends and makeup and hair and just dirty, ugly moments of the early 2000s, like Paris, Nicole, Lindsay, that whole time. So much fun. and juicy suits and, just
Juicy.
on Dutch. What?
Juicy suits. The things I would do, the things I would have sold for a juicy suit. I was an eBay connoisseur.
That's so cool. We should buy juicy suits after this online. It's really hard to find them for the Bachelorette episode. She wakes up in a tacky retro outfit, retro meaning whatever, 2000s. And I had to go on Poshmark. I went on Poshmark and I sent some of them to Meredith, our costume designer. And, they came back like shrunken. Like, when you had them for a while and they just got crappy like that. And I was like, okay, I can't wear it. I can't do it.
Real question though, did you go with velour or terry?
We ended up going with sort of that new thing that's happening. We went with like a wild fox pant, which is that really fuzzy,
cozy. Yes.
A cozy. And then I did a velour hoodie, juicy, tied around my waist in light pink. And I looked a little chunks, but like so were the times back then. It wasn't about being flattering to your body. It was more about wearing that tight white clothing. It was disgusting. Hard to watch that episode, but it's fine.
All right, everyone, sit tight and we'll be right back for some more Adulting Like a Mother Father.
All right, let's talk about CosBox. So I hear that they have sold out of their last 4 boxes, and CosBox just launched their summer box. And they're revealing spoilers of what's going to be in the box on their Instagram at CosBox and also on their website. I'm excited to get mine and see what's in it because, one of the things that's really important about these subscription boxes is getting stuff that you're actually going to use that is good quality, that has a high value. And obviously the whole point of it is saving a lot of money. A lot of cool things coming in this summer box. They have the PMD Clean. You might have already seen that because it's all over social media lately, but it's that awesome smart facial cleansing tool. I've always wanted to see how it works. There's over 7,000 vibrations per minute, and it just deeply cleanses your face as well as lifts and tones, which I could definitely use. Normally, it costs $99 just by itself, and it's one of the many products that you'll get in the summer box. So go check out CosBox and reserve your summer box now. It won't last long, obviously, and use our code ADULTING to get 30% off your first box at cosbox.com/adulting.
All right, guys, we're back. Here's Adulting Like a Mother Father.
We're going to go a little beneath the surface here. Do you ever struggle with anxiety or depression?
Yeah, of course. I've always had anxiety my whole life. I had horrible anxiety that has gotten better with age. And I think it has gotten much better with being with someone who doesn't validate it. I think that's really who acknowledges it, but doesn't play into it. I think that's been huge because, when I was younger, I would be really anxious, but when you're around people who are also anxious, you feed off each other and then you just kind of like drown in each other's anxiety. Where if you're with someone who's like, I think that, they acknowledge and they respect you, but they're sort of like, I think you might want to reassess this. I think things are actually okay. Here's why, here's how, and I'm here for you. So that's gotten better. But this quarantine has made me, 80 times the germaphobe I was. It's made me very nervous to re-enter the public world. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And my control issues have gone crazy, especially when I have my family here. Anyone who touches something that I think has a thing on it and they didn't wash their hands in the right amount of time, or using a scissor that then went on the counter that then we were cooking on if that wasn't disinfected. So I've been a bit of a nightmare throughout this whole thing, but I'm just trying.
You're going to make an excellent mother.
No, I'm not. I'm going to be like a crazy helicopter mom. It's going to be nuts.
Okay. Yeah. There's 2 sides to that coin, but the fact that you are so careful about things.
I'm very careful.
I learned that lesson, I feel like month 2 of like, oh, germs are a real thing we should be aware of.
Right.
Anyways, so that's
this has been a wake-up call for all of us on a whole new level with the germs. I mean,
yeah, never mind. We're all changed. We're all on the same page for the most part. Most of us.
Oh, last thing, also not being able to do your job or do what you're good at or do what gives you, validation or self-worth, to have to be cut off from that. I think that's caused a lot of anxiety and depression for a lot of people, especially artistic people who don't really have an outlet to find that thing, or people who are no longer surrounded by people at work and the people they see every day who don't have a social life beyond, the job that they go to every day. So I think the isolation has been really tricky for people too. So
yeah,
I think we're coming out the other end too. I think we'll be okay, but yes, it's been a very hard time.
I agree. That's a good point though. You ever had a job outside of acting?
Mm-mm.
She was a wee one. When she
tried to get a job at Cold Stone. They turned me down. I tried to get a job at a children's ice cream party place. They turned me down. whatever. I mean, maybe that was just a sign, like stay away from dairy. You know, I should have listened.
Is that Cold Stone? Like it, love it, gotta have it.
Like it, love it, gotta have it. And then if you give a tip, back in the day, they had to sing.
Like,
Go, hey guys, we got a tip, and they'd be like, oh yeah. And now, so I was like, oh my god, I'm a singer. Like, we're good. Let me in. I'm gonna crush this at 15. Being like, what's up? And they were not.
Did you
impressed.
technically get a job at 15?
I think you can scoop ice cream. Yeah, you can scoop ice cream for sure.
Okay, fair enough.
Just not me because no one likes me, but it's fine.
Okay.
Drink to that. No, I'm kidding.
I'll drink to that.
Me too. Okay. Turbulent plane ride or stuck in an elevator?
Oh my God. Plane ride. Because I've done it more times than the other, and I never want to relive the other again. Knock on wood. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. A whole cast of actors, Sweet Charity, community theater, all in one elevator. Horrible. I hate plane rides, but my God, that was bad. Okay.
Is it really bad to say that, like, I always found I never really took it as serious as like you really felt? You know what I mean?
It does. It's because it's very much a thing for people or not a thing for people.
Sure.
I don't have a shark thing.
Right. People do have
and Michael has like a really bad shark thing.
So does
yeah, interesting. And we were scuba diving, and I came up and I was like, you guys, there's like I said to the scuba instructor, I'm like, there's a shark. Is that fine? Like, I think it's like a little shark. And he was like, you're not going to repeat that. You're not going to ruin this for the rest of the people. You're going to keep your mouth shut and you're going to come out. And I was like, what? That's insane. But I think it would really scare someone else. I didn't think the shark was going to, maybe just because I'm conceited. I was like, he's not going to bite me.
Well, I mean, the truth is that they really, I mean, I hate to say this because a lot of people have had a bad run-in with the shark.
It's not their main goal, right?
Sure.
It's so low.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's low.
But it's one of those things that you don't want to admit out loud. Like, you had to knock on wood.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, moving on. Home Goods or TJ Maxx?
Home Goods. Nothing wrong with TJ Maxx, but Home Goods has been my baby for a long, long time, and it's occupied many an empty afternoon for me. So I love Home Goods. It's very close to my heart. Daniella, many a time we've had.
I miss it.
Driving to was it the Pasadena one we used to drive to?
We drove to that one. Yes, we drove, or I think we drove to the one in Tarzana, or maybe I did that on my own at one point in time. I miss you. I miss Home Goods.
I know, man. I do.
You guys have home? I mean, that's a universal, like across America type of store.
Oh, they have a Home Goods right by me. It's a treat. I mean, they're everywhere. They're right by everywhere, but I got one.
Okay, good.
Okay. Who would you like to karaoke with?
I have an answer because I just saw her Instagram and I was reminded by how much I love her. Diane Keaton.
Oh my God.
I love Diane Keaton.
That's a great answer, right? Diane Keaton.
We've seen her driving around before.
What? You've seen her?
We've seen her driving around.
Well, we had dinner with her, though. Not with her. She was like a table over.
Oh, yeah. But that was cool, too.
That was cool.
Just seeing her driving, like, in her world, just, like, giving no Fs and, like, wearing a dope hat, like, a like flat brim, like,
she's the coolest. She's the coolest. She's just the best. I just rewatched First Wives Club for the millionth time the other night, and I was like, God, Diane, you're it.
195 times.
She's it.
Because your mom is a Diane Keaton.
Yeah,
my grandma is Diane Keaton, and everyone's like, "Oh, grandma," but my grandma's incredibly young, and she looks like Diane Keaton and dresses like her and acts like her, and it's crazy.
I'm not surprised.
Your grandma is so chic. You are your grandma. Like, I feel like your mom is not your grandma, but you are your grandma.
I'm really my great grandma. That's who I am. You never met her, but she's like the really fun, like Betty Davis, like really cool. But yes, I have a lot of my grandma in me.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Love it. Okay, so besides Ari, who's the most famous person in your phone right now?
I like that you said besides Ari because my answer would have been Ari. I think.
But we asked Leon and he said Ari, and if anyone asked me, I'd say Ari. So you can't say. Ari.
So now I can't say Ari?
No.
Nope.
I don't know, you guys. There's a lot of like numbers I shouldn't have in my phone that I have. I think we all maybe have that, and I'm not going to name any names because what if they see this and they're like, "Oh, lose my number." I don't want that for my life. You have to get that out of your phone. I have a bunch of people, but like. You guys, celebrities are just like us. I'm not spilling that tea. There's nothing good. It's not worth the time.
It's fine. Listen, a lot of people would argue that there's really no one more famous than Ari right now. So
there's not, I don't think. So I think we're square.
Okay, square. Go ahead.
Okay. If you couldn't do anything in the entertainment industry, what would your dream job be?
Are you drunk? I couldn't catch that one.
I love that for you. Are you?
Couldn't.
No,
Are you
not
drunk?
yet. I want to be.
He doesn't feel, I don't feel a drunk energy from either of you. And I'm not mad about it. I think you're getting like kind of warm and fuzzy, Daniela, but I don't think
When you get the tingles in the jaw, like first of all,
my legs start to hurt. Isn't that weird? They start to ache, my limbs, when I start drinking.
Like they relax maybe to the point where it's like, ooh,
they hurt. Like I'm allergic or something. Like I shouldn't be drinking. I always say I would own or run an agency, modeling or talent, but that's in the industry, so I'm not going to say that.
I would be terrified for you to represent me, but also
be terrifying, but I would like get it done. I'd be like female entourage times 10. I would do something with I'd either be a divorce attorney because I love arguing and I was always really interested in law, or I would probably still will like flip houses and do things with, real estate and interior design and all that whole world. I'm incredibly passionate about.
Would you be interested in going into business together?
100,000 million %. Trina and Jade take Sunset. I love it.
Oh my God. That's like my secret world that I so badly want to be a part of.
Me too. Every day.
Yeah, same.
Side
my
note,
passion.
I heard you say that you like arguing. When you and your significant other argue, does he ever win?
No. Unfortunately, and it's not because he's not saying more truth. It's just that I have a gift, kind of like Vince Vaughn in The Breakup. I can just like. Mm-hmm. It's good that I'm not with somebody like that because it would just be the craziest thing in the entire world. It's not he wins in the long run. Like he falls asleep and I'm up all night like feeling bad. That's winning. The person who sleeps wins. That's what I always say. That's the person who can sleep after a fight wins. Yeah, I know. Michael too. It's crazy.
That's so funny.
Love it. Since you're drinking, what's your favorite cocktail?
The one Daniella tried to make. A Southside. It's my signature drink. We even wrote it into the show, and I drink them on the show. It's vodka. It's supposed to be gin, but I do vodka when I am not trying to have that kind of a night. Vodka, mint, simple syrup, lime, shaken like crazy, and then into a low ball. This is a perfect glass. There's my ring light. Cool. And no ice, light green color, little mint parts are okay, and then like a mint leaf, beautiful.
Okay, so I messed up. I have ice.
You made kind of like a mojito. It's probably the same yummy flavor, but yeah. But if you really want to get that mint flavor, you have to really screw with that mint. You got to slap it around. You have to shake it really hard.
I didn't do the things because I was worried about waking Gio up, but next time.
It's very loud. That was a good call.
Yeah. Question for you. Do you or your castmates, will you drink in a scene?
I typically don't drink in a scene. I've had a couple of drinks before scenes.
Okay, fair enough.
I know this doesn't happen very often, but there have been times where, because we're a cast of about 13 people, sometimes you're not the main part of that scene, and you just have to be, as you've been there many times. You have to be there like, he said what? For like 10 hours. For 10 hours. And by the way, that's always when you'll mess it up. That is always when you will screw up. It's never when you're at the head of it all. Other times there's been nerves and I've had a little sip of something. It's always something really silly. Like we split a mini bottle of champagne or.
In what case would you be nervous? I find it very hard to believe that you would be nervous.
I had a scene one time with my castmate at the time, James, who played my brother, where it was his farewell episode and we had to sing a sad song together, and it was just like overwhelming. And so I think I might have had a nip of something, but I've never been drunk I don't do that. That's just
I didn't think you would,
but you accused me of it and I have to defend myself.
I wouldn't ask you. You are a walking drunk. We all know it. No, I'm kidding.
Thank you.
No. I always find it interesting. Like I've never been in a situation like that, but I think that like, oh my gosh, there are so many moments in a scene or in a film or whatever you're working on where you would just like to take the edge off just a little bit.
Well, and playing very drunk, which I've had to do a lot, it's nice to have the taste of it on your tongue. So whether you have, literally dip your tongue in or you have a drink, it's very helpful. Certainly never drunk because then you screw up everything, but a little something, it's good. It's good for like the senses.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah, certified.
Good.
Okay, next question. Which housewife do you relate to most?
I was thinking about this today. I just watched the new episode of Beverly Hills like 10 minutes ago. Both my housewives that I relate to the most that are most like me are gone at the moment. I'm sure they'll come back. They always come back. But Bethany and Lisa Vanderpump, I feel like if you put that in a pot and stirred it up, I feel like I'm in. And then a little bit of Erica Jane. I feel like that's kind of who I am. So they're not there anymore. So I like Garcelle, the new housewife. She's really cool.
Okay. Wait, that couldn't be more accurate. For anyone
I think so, right?
known who you were like through a character, if they were to envision those three people in a year, that's actually you.
I can't tell you how many times, because I follow Erica on Instagram, she and Fallon have crossed over the same outfits. Staggering amount. And Dorit as well actually has worn a lot of things that Fallon wears, but Fallon was wearing mostly Gucci season 1 and the girls like to wear that. So, I'm a big Housewives fan, Daniella. What about you? Who are you?
I don't know. I can't. I mean, I'm not cool or.
That's not true. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not like, I'm just like not there in my life. And I don't think I'll ever be there.
Not where? What are you talking about?
Like on that level. I'm not
what you're talking about.
That caliber of human being where it's
caliber?
Like, yeah. Like, first of all, let's start with like, I don't even have enough girlfriends to play. Like,
no, I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like, that's very accurate, right? Like, we've talked about this so many times. He always thinks, like, if there was, like, an emergency, who would you call? And this sounds crazy, but there's, like, 2 people in my life that I would, like, tell things to. And I'm not even going to lie. Like, I feel like you could be one of them because I
hope so. I hope you can call me. You can always call. I'll figure it out. Even from Atlanta, I'll figure it out for you.
But, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I do know what you mean, of course.
Okay.
Of course I do.
I'm
similar too. I mean, I understand. I'm very much in my own world as well. And sometimes I see girls, giggling and having lunch, and I'm like, it's also our profession has isolated us so much from the friends we grew up with, and from every cast brings new friends, and then you live your own life. So it's different,
And it's okay because I don't think I could handle it the other way around. I don't think I
couldn't handle the level they're at. No.
But I mean, the idea of just watching housewives live their life is really entertaining. I just don't think I could play. I would be all up in my head. I'd be playing a character to hang out with them.
No, me too. Absolutely.
I guess they are.
It doesn't mean we're not going to do it in a couple of years. It just means that we're going to play characters.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
And you're going to be like Maurizio.
Ooh.
Andrew's going to be like, I'll be right back. And you're going to be like, where did he go? And then you're going to be like, we'll never find out.
It's possible. I can do
that. That would be great.
Okay, next question. What's the nicest thing you've ever done for your significant other?
Aside from cooking a meal, which I always think is a very big thing and it's very nice, it becomes something, it becomes like an old hat, but it's like, that's like a nice thing to do for someone. To surprise them with a special little snack. I like to make birthdays and events and holidays and Valentine's Days special. And so I always try to plan something special. So, I always have like a little,
like a puppy moment.
Okay. Yes. My first year, I think, this was actually really sweet. One year, I was away. I was in Canada filming the incredible Oscar-winning movie Killing Daddy on Lifetime, which I actually wasn't nominated for, which is so crazy because I was so good in it.
There's still a chance. Listen.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe they just lost it in the mail. They just lost it in the mail. That's what it is. And he loves Star Wars, so I got a Darth Vader to come to the house and sing him happy birthday in the middle of his birthday party. And he was big and fat and bad. And he was bad. And everyone loved it so much. And there happened to be a musician there, and he played the theme when he walked in. And he was like, "Where's Michael? Hey there." And I was like, what is this? It's so weird. But I was calling from Canada. I was like, "And you have a good Darth Vader?" The guy's like, "Yeah, it was great." I was like, "Oh my God, amazing." I've had portraits drawn of the dogs and framed. I've had pigs show up for Valentine's Day wearing t-shirts that say I love you. I've had goats. And then, puppy party, a surprise puppy party I had too, which sounds like a little girl thing, but we love dogs. So, I mean, would you be bummed out by a puppy party, Andrew?
No, I love that.
It's just tough because we wanted to adopt them all.
Yeah.
So that was bad. But then we didn't. So, I mean, we just kind of put it in the back of our heads. And then he's recorded a couple of covers I like for me, which always really surprises me. And, it's hard. He doesn't like doing it. So when he does it, it means a lot to me and I cherish them. So we do things for each other. He had adopted a cockroach for me from the Bronx Zoo for Valentine's Day. Yes, you can adopt and name a cockroach.
How does that work?
You just do it online. You just adopt a cockroach in your name. I don't ever meet it. I've never met him. I hope he's okay.
Interesting.
That's how we are, though. We like funny little.
Was that
about
was
what?
that request, or was that done like as a surprise?
It was most certainly not a request. It was absolutely a surprise for Val. But that's my type of humor. I was like, that's adorable. Like, what a sweet little cockroach with my name on it.
I love it.
Yeah, we're a little weird, but that's how we roll over here. We're not very diamonds and things. We kind of roll more sentimental as far as gifts. That's how we like to play. So whatever.
You're not alone there, honey.
I like it. I prefer it.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, not that the other way isn't, but it's just you showing your love.
I'd rather laugh. That's where I'm at in my life. I'd rather have a good laugh and a good cry.
But you're happy cry. Like 47.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's what a 47-year-old would say. Like, I'm just here to laugh. Like, I'm just looking for a good moment.
After all I've been through, I'm just here to laugh. Mm-hmm. I want a good laugh is all I want. Keep your things. Okay, great. What's next?
Jesus, I can't hang with her. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm in trenches.
You guys have obviously been together for a long time. What's one thing besides interesting gifts that you do to keep the relationship interesting?
I think carving out time for little dates is always important. Even if that means just doing something together that doesn't involve, like for you guys, maybe like doesn't involve Gio, or for us doesn't involve our dogs, because all we do, we live to serve them and they come with us to everything and we love them so much. It sounds weird. Aside from that, just having interests in common. Like we love doing house projects together, you know, like as a team and doing team stuff. And I don't mean team in that creepy way people like refer to themselves, but like I do. It's kind of, there is something to it. And having a show you love together and not doing everything independently. I think common interests, common projects and goals, I think that's all great.
Yep. I love that. Okay. Looking into the future, kids or no kids?
Kids. Yeah. Kids, of course. Yeah. I don't know when, but kids.
But like, can we just like play with the idea of soon?
Okay, you want to know the really selfish reason why I don't have kids right now? It has nothing to do with like wanting to live my life and go out and be free and independent and travel. It has an idea of like, I've never really gotten my body in tip-top shape and like seen what I can accomplish in my 20s with my body, like a ripped, sexy body. And I'm so scared because I'm so not fit, like not fit, that if I have a kid, I'm just going to become like I think I'll have to transition out of acting. Maybe they won't have me anymore because I'll just
Liz.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just turn to something different. You're the exception, Daniela. You're a hottie batati and you got your body in one day.
Okay. No.
You're fit as a fiddle.
Stop. Okay.
The words I'm coming up with to not curse are crazy.
Wait.
A fiddle.
That picture of us at Cardio Bar.
That's a hot picture.
Okay, so there's your moment. You had it.
That's true. We went to one class.
We were living our best lives. I looked at that.
We were
thinking like, oh my God, I did not think I looked the way I looked.
I didn't either. I thought I was a buffoon.
What's wrong with us?
Every year I look back, and at the time I was just like, oh my God, you're so gross, which is complete. You know, everyone has body dysmorphia in their own way. And I'm just like, oh, I hate how I look in this. I hate this is tight here. This is tight there. And then a year later, because every year later I've gained about like at least 10 pounds a year, 5 to 10. No, I have. And I'm like, wow, you didn't even get it. You didn't get it. You were good.
That's what I'm saying. We have to embrace who we are today, because even after having a baby, I know this is going to sound cliche, but it's like, maybe I'll never look the way I did before. And I don't care. Like I literally am like, I'm okay.
That's totally 100% like fine, but you look very hot. And Andrew's a very lucky man. And I'm not coming for you. I'm not like swooping in and trying to get you. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
You're hot. So you're good.
Mm-hmm. But just so you know, you'll be fine. You're going to accept your body and you're going to think it's so freaking amazing that it could do such a thing.
That's the truth. And that is the truth. I mean, that is I definitely feel you there, because I agree with that completely.
More Adulting Like a Mother Father when we come back.
All right, so we talked about Caldrea last week. Big fans over here. It's a consciously crafted home and body care brand that combines thoughtful ingredients with super, super delectable scents. And it really just makes caring for ourselves and our home a really beautiful experience.
Yeah, their line of hand care products includes both hand soaps and moisturizing lotions that are incredibly effective, thoughtfully formulated, and smell divine. These products use a combination of essential oils from flowers and herbs and other thoughtfully chosen ingredients. So with these, you can clean effectively while allowing you to enjoy the luxurious fragrances. And let me tell you, the lavender cedar leaf is my go-to for washing my hands.
It's very calming.
It's turned what is a chore into a little luxury.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes me back to when I was a kid and camping out in the forest and the mountains, etc.
Very fresh.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nostalgic in a way.
I love that. All right. Well, you guys can get free shipping on orders of $50 or more when you buy online at caldrea.com. That's CALDREA.com. Just visit caldrea.com and add wonder to your watching.
All right, guys, we're back. Here's Adulting Like a Mother Father.
Okay, this is the lightning round, and these are 2 fan favorite questions. Do you have a favorite episode of Victorious?
Oh, I do. I have so many. Oh, I have so many. I always say I love Sleepover at Psychowitz's, but you know what? I don't even know if that's the T. I think there are others that are better. What's the one? No, Stuck in an RV is my favorite. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. And I talk about someone who hated how they looked. Oh my God. First of all, they could have tanned me. Like, I didn't know. I was like fresh from New Jersey. Doesn't matter. I was tiny, but like tan a girl. I look like a ghost. I look like a witch. Anyway, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
No one who watched that thought that for a second.
I shouldn't say this like on any interview ever, but you and Vic, like when you were wrestling in your non-existent clothing, I watched it as an adult, and I'm not even going to go into what I thought because I don't have to. Like, that's where I'm going to end that sentence. I was like, wow, cool. That was fine. They should have stuck over with me and Robbie with his head in the tank to keep it PG, because that's really where it was keeping it cool.
There's been too many moments on that show that I can recall that I today would be shocked to watch back. So I don't.
Isn't it funny how you and I always, like with press and everything too, we just love to wear low cut short. Like, I would never wear that now, ever.
Never.
I don't know what my fascination was with like showing my like, we both had big boobs, whatever, it's not a secret. And we just would love to like walk around like call girls, and it's just like not the tea anymore.
I can't even I have so many thoughts as to what I looked like. I mean, listen.
I do too, Daniella, a lot.
Better. I didn't know
either.
Anything of it at the time. I was just like, this is what we have to work with. Like, this is how
we also, we changed on camera in front of the whole world. I mean, I think I was still, my body was still changing. My face was still changing over the 3 seasons. What a bummer that is to realize you're like, oh God, I'm going through something, and but I'm realizing it on live TV. God, that sucks. What a bummer.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God.
Acne, all of it. Oh, whatever. We're better for it.
It's fine. I'm still going through it.
Okay. What's the next one?
Okay. Liz Gillies, this is the final question. We absolutely did not do this in 30 minutes, but that's okay. This is question number 30. What is your favorite Jade moment?
Oh, man. Well, since we're already so far behind, I'll really take my time thinking about this one. My favorite Jade moment. Oh, my favorite Jade moment. I do love her song with Beck when they get back together. I think that's a really sweet moment. But early on, my favorite was when, they got back. It's another one where they get back together where she's like, you love me again. And then we like really make out, like more than
in front of the RV.
Like we really make out for like through the credits, like for 7 or 8 minutes. I remember making out with Adam for like 10 minutes and being like, what is the plan with
question?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you guys ever date for real?
I don't know. I just think we had so much love and respect for each other.
But like that was across the board in our cast. Like Avon had
but you know what?
But it was different with you guys. You guys were so cute on camera. Like, come on.
You know what? Sometimes I think you'll never beat the fake thing, and you know that, and so you don't even go there. I don't know what our teenage brains were thinking. We never dated. I loved Avon. I hope Avon loved me. And no, there's nothing not to love about Avon. We were like a hippie cast. We just adored each other. And what'd you say?
I was just thinking like at this age in our life, I would never probably, maybe I would, I don't think so, but we would never be so lovey-dovey with the cast like we were back then.
Are you kidding?
Like on top, like sitting on top of one another.
On top of each other.
Laying on the floor of each other. And I was older, so I wasn't like to the full.
You were like, it was like, yeah, I was going to make a joke, but it's not like for the show. So I got it. You're good. Keep going.
You can do it. We can cut it.
But I would have like the guest stars next to me, which were usually older because everyone was older to play young.
No, you had the cool dressing room. Remember Zac Efron showed up next to your dressing room?
Oh yeah, no, and
that was cool back in the day. You're like, yo, Zac Efron's next to my dressing room.
I just came from Home Depot. He came with Rotman. He was like, I just came from Home Depot because he came into my dressing room. We were just talking. I've never met the guy, and he was like, I'm working on my fireplace. And I just remember thinking,
you had that really expensive, cool apartment at the time. Remember?
Mine?
Yeah.
You too. Your apartment?
Yeah, later, but you had that really cool one. Remember, you had the cool apartment. That was a cool apartment.
I didn't deserve that apartment. I was not cool enough to have that apartment.
Talking about the little one?
Yeah, that was like a tiny little studio. They would shoot music videos right outside my window at the pool. Right. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Why do I live here? I'm terrified to go to sleep. Like, I thought that I was, anyways.
You're doing it.
I guess. I don't know. So many cool moments.
So many cool moments. So great. I love that cast.
If you could go back, would you do anything differently?
I probably would have kept my eyebrows. I took them off. I did. I took them off during that show.
Yeah, they were very thin back then.
Yeah.
But as were mine. Now everyone would argue that I probably have too thick of eyebrows, but I don't care. I'm making up for lost times.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of things I would have done differently. I would have, but also no, because I don't like changing things things tend to work themselves out. And I think you grow and you learn from your mistakes. And I would have been easier on myself. I think that you feel like everything is permanent when you're young and when you're 17 or 18 and be it relationships or where you are. Like I remember Avin and I would always be like, this is so much fun, but we have to be, when are we going to be serious actors? We got to look at the next thing. Let's look at the next thing. You're always looking for the next thing and you don't appreciate the thing in front of you. And we did appreciate Victoria's, but you always have a bit of a wandering eye because it's scary in this industry. It's sad that even at that age, you're like, what will I do next? So I'm not forgotten, but I would have just kind of soaked it in a little more if I could relive it, which is why I hope we get to do a reunion so that we can just have that time to kind of just soak in it and have fun and remember all the good times.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done I would have cut myself some slack as far as, me having so many issues with my appearance and my performance. I would watch that stuff back and kind of nitpick over these little things that were so insignificant. I know. I'm not like
I get that.
You guys could go tit for tat on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it's
like Johnny Depp doesn't watch his performances. I'm like the opposite.
But I mean, both for the same outcome, right? Because Johnny Depp does a killer job, and then someone who can nitpick and watch.
You can get in your head though. Like I got into pose acting for a while, and that was the worst thing I ever did. And I only got into it towards the middle end of Victorious, where like I was like, okay, that face doesn't work. That face does work, and that's just like, oh god, it's the worst thing you could ever do. I also like love comedy in a way that I didn't appreciate when I was younger, so I'll happily look like crap.
Oh wow,
it's funny.
Okay, cool.
Oh, of course. Did you see my Halloween costume?
Oh.
I'm a man every year for Halloween.
You are fantastic.
At this point, I kind of do male drag on the side. Actually, and I don't hate it.
I don't know anybody that does Halloween at the level that you do Halloween.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you know that that's my favorite holiday in the entire world. And now it's just not the same with you living in it.
I know. I think we spent it together so many times, all of us.
I know. I don't know what to do.
It'll come back around.
Yeah.
We have about, 20 life-size animatronic men in our basement in LA that we used to put all over. So I don't know.
That is a dream for me. That is what I would love to surround my house with.
That was a big thing. Once I realized Michael loved Halloween as much as I did, I was like, well, that's pretty important.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the recipe for success. So Andrew, if you don't start to like Halloween as much as I do.
Is that your favorite holiday?
No. I'm still like Martha Stewart at heart. I love Christmas.
Okay.
But I love Halloween, and it's neck and neck. It's two different things. One's like a jolly, happy day. The other's like everything in the world that I love. So it's hard.
I mean, it sounds like she really likes Halloween more.
I love Halloween. I don't know. I don't want to like make Santa mad. It's like it's coming up, and I don't want to hurt him.
Like an ongoing thing for us. Well, Liz, you survived, and I'm really glad that we gave it 4 solid attempts.
Yeah. All the best things take work.
Yeah, I guess.
I can't say I would have had the time any other month, but you know what?
I know.
I had the time. It was a blessing. I had nothing to do. I took a nap in between, watched the Sunset show. I don't remember the name of it. Selling Sunset. And Something Sunset's a better name.
It is good.
Yeah, it is.
Well, thank you for hanging in there with us. We're still trying to figure our lives out over here 8 months after having a kid. Just coasting through over here. So
you know what, Daniela?
Don't ask me.
In my opinion, you two are adulting like mother fathers. That's what I think.
Andrew couldn't be more turned on right now.
My producer hat just like went ting, 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 ting.
I just think that you two are adulting like mother fathers. Okay? That's what I think.
Wow.
It's big. And I think you guys are crushing it. You are just, whenever I think of the ultimate, most perfect couple, and I know you're gonna roll your eyes at that, but you guys do a really good job, and you have a beautiful, healthy, gorgeous baby boy and a beautiful home and 2 beautiful dog children, and I just think you're leading by example for the rest of us. So thank you, and the show is excellent.
Liz.
I mean it.
Oh my
I'm
gosh!
so
And
glad
thanks
that
for
you
getting me
enjoyed
drunk
30
for
and
the
30.
first
It's
time.
the best game in the podcast industry.
Is this something you created? Because you're talking it up quite a bit.
Yes.
I tried so hard to get away from it, and he just begs. He's like, "No, Liz is the one. We have to bring 30 and 30 back."
Will you guys kiss on camera? One little peck for me. Come on, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It'll be the first time in months.
It'll be cute, please.
Months?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so much love.
Wait, are you coming in for a second one?
Oh, no.
That was hot. That was really cute and hot. And then
Why does he always smell like truffle? Is my question.
What? You guys have truffles?
No, it's just he smells like truffle.
Okay.
Okay, Liz. Well, enjoy the rest of your life. Thanks for doing this so late. I know that you are way past my bedtime.
Not mine.
I know.
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me.
Stuff my face. Yeah, you're welcome anytime.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Love you.
Send my love to Gio.
Oh, we will. Love you. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in a few with more Adulting Like a Mother Father.
Though we're apart these days, we're sharing more. And Geico would just like to say thanks. Thanks for sharing your savage dance moves. Thanks for sharing your DIY haircut fails. Thanks for sharing your inner lip sync star.
Now it's Geico's turn to share too, with the Geico Give Back, a 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies for current and new customers. And because Geico's committed for the long haul, the 15% credit lasts your full policy term. Visit geico.com/giveback for info and eligibility.
Learn more about Geico's 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies at geico.com/giveback.
Hey, I'm Autumn Calabrese, and I have a question for you. How do you do life? I might be a superstar trainer, but I'm also a boy mom, sister, daughter, friend, and entrepreneur. You might think my life is all working out and cooking healthy, delicious recipes. But trust me, there is so much more to it, and this is it. This is all of those real moments you talk about with your family and friends. Ever wonder what else life has to offer? Bring your curious appetite and let's do life together. Subscribe now at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and PodcastOne.com.
And now back to Adulting Like a Mother Father. And we're back, and there it is, folks. That was 30 and 30, where we try to ask 30 questions, sometimes more, sometimes less, and we try to do it within 30 minutes, which never
Sometimes
happens.
more, sometimes less.
But there it is. I have faith in this game. I love it. I love coming up with questions that are unique and different and that nobody have asked our guests before. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you absolutely hate 30 and 30, please let us know. There's a chance that we could scrap it. I don't want to, but the person looking across from me may want to.
No, that's not true. I think it works in certain cases. Like, it's actually fun to ask questions that you wouldn't normally ask.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I love it.
No, I get it. So what did you think? What is your wrap up on today's combo with Liz? Because I know that you always have you're just so different, right? Like,
so different.
You're so different. You did not grow up in the entertainment industry.
No.
Although I remember when we were newly dating, we were over at your grandparents' house, and they were telling me that they thought that you were born to be an actor. And I thought that was so interesting because in the beginning of our relationship, you were even more quiet than you could ever be now.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I guess
you are
that's
a
true.
man of very few words.
Yeah, I'm pretty reserved until I get to know somebody. It takes a long time to like build the trust to be able to open up. I think that my grandparents had faith in me being an actor or whatever when I was little because I was probably a little more theatrical and I loved comedy. I thought I was way more funny as a kid, and then I serioused up as I got older.
Why?
I don't know why. I think it's just because you feel like you have to, or you feel like you have to conform to what being an adult and being an adult in the business world is, even though it's probably not even a thing. So I definitely lost a little bit of that, but it's coming back now, you know, since resigning after Gio was born. I just feel like I'm finding myself a little bit more day after day. And in many ways, I feel like I'm regressing. Like I feel like I'm going back to the things that I enjoyed as a kid, and it's been really fun.
I'm glad that you feel that way.
Yeah. So before we jump out of here.
No, I wanted to talk about the whole thing with like you and the Victorious cast, because you guys picture this, okay? We would have these hangouts at Liz's house usually, and we would all just be there like just shooting the shit and having a good time, whatever. And Andrew would be there too, or you'd be on set when we were working on Victorious towards the end, like, or you'd come and travel with us.
Yeah, I did that a couple times.
Okay, so like picture what you know of like our cast, if you've seen the show or if you know them outside of the show, and then picture Andrew in those environments, and it literally it cracks me up because he's so different. You're so different. You're so chill. You're not like the life of the party. You don't need
you know that's the main difference is I'm just way more chill.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody's chill. Everybody's so cool.
No, they're so chill, but they're so funny and they're so talented. You're talented too. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, in different ways, I guess. But yeah, you guys just learn to be on.
Yeah.
You know, and you kind of got to be to like break through in your industry. Like you got to be heard, you got to be seen. And I don't know, at some point in my life, it just wasn't important to me. Like I could sit back and I could listen more than anything else. So I like watching you guys because everybody's different. And like I said, super, super talented. That's the one thing that comes to mind always when I think about your cast. But it is interesting to be in a room with you guys because everybody's like bang, 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 funny comment after witty comment after like, you know, like super knowledgeable about something so weird. And I'm just like, yo, I am lost. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the ride. That's what happens with Liz. Like I said, she is on it. So I want to jump out of here. We didn't do Adulting Is.
Yes.
We'll do it real quick.
Okay,
yeah. Adulting is faking it until you make it in some situations. I don't believe in that at all times because I think you really got to know your stuff.
Sure.
When it comes down to the core, like you got to be knowledgeable. You got to have done your own research. You got to know your stuff. But fake it till you make it in some situations. I think of this when it comes to like Liz and the Victorious cast. It's like I could be around and I'm definitely more quiet than everybody else, but you try. Like you just try to be part of the conversation. You try to like, yeah, I'm one of you guys, right? We're the same, pretty much.
Totally.
Right. So I'm
like
faking
you were in
it
a
till I
movie
make
too,
it.
right?
Yeah, I was actually dropping this summer.
Is it?
Yeah, this summer.
Wait, is it though? Have you researched it at all?
No, I haven't. I don't know. I'm sure it was pushed back.
Remember, we did that surf comedy for anyone who's wondering what we're talking about. It was a surf comedy. We played this little like cameo role, the couple on a baby moon, and
it should be a blockbuster hit. So we'll let you guys know when it's dropping.
All right. Well, this has been a good day, and
do you have an Adulting Is?
Oh, an Adulting Is. I don't know why I always go to so much like TMI. Adulting is figuring out your period after having a baby.
That's a big adulting.
Because if I'm being a hundo with everyone, I didn't know where my period went for over a month and a half. And so I finally admitted it to Andrew. I said, I don't know where my period went.
But where could it have gone?
Like, I just had to research a little bit and ask some friends. And basically, like, for the first year after having a baby, it's kind of all over the place before it's normalized.
Right.
Or, like, on some sort of a schedule.
Right.
So, for a good solid 2 weeks or a week and a half, I thought maybe I wasn't getting my period back, if you know what I mean. But adulting is just, like, managing all the things going inside your body and like going on inside your body.
100%.
Doing life.
Yeah, you got to know your body. And you got to know it better than everybody else.
That's true.
You know?
And then you got to relearn it.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap it up there. Okay? That's your TMI session for the week. As always, guys, thank you so much for listening. We love that you jump in, give it a listen. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to Liz Gillies.
Follow her. She's a fun
if
follow.
You're not already.
Yeah, and obviously watch Dynasty. It's on Netflix now, and I'm sure she's got all kinds of stuff in the works when this fun little, not so fun pandemic is over.
Yep.
Okay.
So love you, Liz Gillies. Thank you, guys. Last but not least, if you like what you're hearing, leave us a review. Let us know what you think. Good feedback, bad feedback.